Hey, this is a story of the 410 method. I'm going to be introducing my four. Now I'm the ultimate 10 version of myself. I'm confident. My mental's on point. Who I am as a person has physically changed, spiritually and mentally. So if you're ready for that change, if you're ready to level up your life, this is definitely for you. I went from being a skinny beta male to becoming the ultimate 10 version of myself. I gained 45 pounds of lean muscle and achieved my dream body, you know, using the 410 method, becoming the ultimate 10. So through this whole slideshow, on the left side, you're going to see me as a 4, depressed, anxiety, stressed out. I didn't feel like living life. I didn't feel like my true self. Now I'm the ultimate 10. I'm walking around with confidence. I'm jacked. I'm eating clean. I'm working on my spirituality. I'm getting closer to God every single day. So take some notes if you want to change your life and truly level up and tap into your highest self. Because this video will change your life. Because I'm going to go deep in my story and where I came from. Because a lot of you guys see me as a big buff dude that's the ultimate 10. But I'm going to be tapping into the 4. So you guys better stay tuned. It's that simple. Hey, before I implemented the 410 method, I had no consistency. I was a beta male eating shit. As you can see, I have Fritos in my hands. I was depressed. I had anxiety. I had stress. I didn't feel like living life. It's because I had no structure. I had no discipline. I had no purpose in life. If you feel like you have no purpose, if you feel like you're lost, it's never too late to become the ultimate 10. As you can see, I rebuilt myself from the 410 method. I permanently changed my body. I stopped using vices. I stopped eating junk food. I stopped drinking alcohol and smoking weed because all that stuff is going to destroy you mentally, physically, spiritually. It's going to destroy who you are, and it's going to ruin your purpose and ruin your life. Now I have a life of abundance, physically, mentally, spiritually. Life is great. Life is full of abundance. That is what life is meant for. God has placed you on this earth to be free, not to be trapped in a box, depressed, and full of anxiety. So I'm going to be showing you guys a framework that changed my life. First off, who's this video for? This is for the people that are depressed, for the people that wake up with no purpose, the people that are in their head all day, procrastinating, stuck in a box, stuck in the loop of anxiety and stress, stuck in the framework of not knowing what to do, and you feel like you left stuff on the table. You feel like you can do more. You feel like you're here to elevate to the ultimate 10 version of yourself, and you're done being scared. You're done submitting to life, and you want to take action. You want to take your right hand and grab your balls and figure out where you want to go with your life, So if you're tired of starting over, you're tired of sabotaging your life, and you're tired of waking up depressed and full of anxiety, this video is going to change your life. It truly is. So if you're seeking guidance, you're seeking a leader, you're seeking somebody that was in your position, stuck in a shit 9 to 5, stuck eating shit food, stuck being lazy, and then changed his life for the better to become the ultimate 10, and you're ready to do that, this video is for you. As you can see on the right photo, I'm shredded. I just got done with a pump. That is vision. That is purpose. That's where we want to be. We want to be the 10. We want to take the next step in life. But as the 4, you're just scared. You're just truly lost in life. Who's this video not for? It's not for the people that are scared to take the next step. This video is not for the people that are very busy with life and have no time to self-develop. Self-develop is the most important thing. Do you want to be walking at age 50? Do you want to be hanging around your kids? Do you want that? Do you want your life to be great? Do you want to wake up with financial freedom? Do you want to not be depressed? As you can see in that photo right there, I'm skinny as shit. I look like shit and I feel like shit. So I had to grab my balls and figure out my life and where I wanted to go. It took direction and it took purpose. I had to prepare myself for this journey. There's a lot of scars, there's a lot of tears, but you're built for the war. As a man, you're meant to suffer. You're meant to go through the pain of evolving, of growing every single day. That's what you're meant to be doing. So this is not for the people that are scared. If you're scared to level up, you can just click out for this video, bro. I don't want you here anyways. Let's go. First off, what is the truth about becoming the ultimate 10 version of yourself? The reason why I use the 410 method, because every single day I wake up, I am a 4. When I get out of that bed, I'm a 4. I have not done nothing with my day. And by the end of my day, I gotta be the 10 version of myself. I gotta work out. I gotta feel good about my life. But to sustain, if you want to keep healthy habits, keep a healthy lifestyle, it comes down to your limiting beliefs. If you believe in yourself, if you don't listen to your emotions, if you truly tap deep into who you are and you stop self-sabotaging your life by your vices, by your addictions, by chasing girls that don't love you, you have to tap in to yourself and find the reason. Is it trauma from your past? Is it from people bullying you? Is it from you being insecure about your acne? Is it from you being fat when you're young? All these things are playing a big role in your life and they're holding you back from the ultimate 10 version of yourself. So we have to rewire your subconscious to level up to the ultimate 10. Because if you want to stay at 4 your whole life, your life is going to suck. I look like a beta male right there. I look like I'm fresh out of the store eating my shit food. But I look happy in the moment because I'm getting satisfaction of silencing the pain. Every time you eat that junk food, it's an escape. You're escaping your life. You're escaping who you are. We don't have to escape. We have to reframe. We have to rebuild. We have to refine yourself. Finding yourself is going to be the hardest thing, but it's going to be the most beautiful thing at the same time. You're going to truly know who you are. So it's time to heal up. It's time to heal the old wounds, and it's time to set real boundaries and walk away from stuff that does not matter in your life, that does not matter where you're going. If something's holding you back, it's time to let it go. It might be a girl, it might be a friend, but we have to level up. Let's go. First off, don't worry. I'm here to help you out. I went pretty deep, I went pretty hard so far, but this is going to change your life if you listen up. I had it happen to me. There's no such thing as dreaming too big. That is just a phrase created by somebody with a small mind. We're not small-minded thinkers on my page. We think with abundance. We think outside the box. Do you want to be in the box, the rat race your whole fucking life? Probably not. So you have to start with self-development and hop out the scarcity mindset and hop out the old ways of yourself. I don't want to be that beta male anymore, looking like shit and feeling like shit with acne on my face. I want to be the top 10 version of myself, lifting heavy shit, driving my dream car, feeling 100%, living the life that I want to live. It's that simple. But great that I'm here to help you, because I'm going to show you exactly how to change your life, exactly how to go from a 4 to a 10, to feel like your best self, to truly live with abundance, to truly conquer your day and wake up with energy through the roof. It's that simple. First off, we're going to be breaking down how to get rid of limiting beliefs and emotions. And we're going to truly help you redevelop your self-image and create a permanency in your life and a great results, and to truly keep your habits and keep the top 10 version of yourself. We want to keep that forever. We want to constantly be passing this on generations to generations. We want to be breaking curses in our family. Your family might be fat. Your family might be skinny. You can break the curse. You can take the chains off. But do you really want it? Do you really want to do it? If you don't, it will never fucking happen in your life, and you're going to live with regret. You're going to wake up on your deathbed and wish you would have changed your life. And I don't want that for any of you guys. I want you guys to truly lock in and buckle down and put your seatbelt on and fully drive on where you want to go. Where do you want to go? Think about it. Let's go. First off, I'm going to be helping you guys get in the best shape of your life and create a life of abundance. Each and every one of you guys want your dream girl. You want that dream car. You want that dream house. Well, we're going to make it happen with self-development and becoming the ultimate 10. It's that simple. Okay, if you guys don't know me, here's a brief background story of Julian 410, Big 410, Ultimate 10. This is where I started. I started as a young boy. I lived with my mom, and I also spent time with my grandparents a lot. I seen my dad a little bit. I didn't see him too much, but he's a strong father figure in my life. He has changed my life, and my mom is strong. I got great parents. I was young. I'm a middle child, so I got excuses. I can get out of situations pretty easy because I'm the middle child. I get away with a lot of stuff, but it's a blessing from God to be the middle child. It's good. But that's not the story. First off, I was not always confident. I always had low confidence. I always got made fun of in school. I wasn't the best reader in class. I wasn't the smartest book on the shelf. It says simple. I wasn't the sharpest tool in the box. I was low confidence. I didn't really like school. First off, I used to always look outside the window and dream about what I could do. All I wanted to do was be free. I had a teacher ask me, "What do you want to be when you're older?" All I could think about was, I'm going to be homeless. But in my mind, I was thinking about, I want to be free. Because I know the rat race is a box. It's a cycle of constant depression, of constant living in fear and anxiety. You have fear about changing up your situation. That's why you stay in the rat race. That's why you stay in the box. That's why you never try to change who you are. But it's time to break those chains and break free with the 410 method. First off, I was going down the wrong path. I started to eat shit food. I started to miss out on school, because we had like lockdown, right, guys? And I was playing too much video games. I wasn't really focused on my mission. I was eating shit food. Like life wasn't going good. And I always worked a 9 to 5 shit job. And I honestly did not feel like that was right for me. Working a job, I stand out. I feel like where everybody else is going, I don't want to go. I don't want to be in a job for 75 years of my life, throwing boxes, doing stuff that I don't like, working for a business that doesn't care about me. So I had to start taking action. I had to work on the inner work and become the ultimate 10 version of myself because I was depressed. I had anxiety. Do you see all that acne? Imagine walking around with all that acne and thinking that everybody is staring at you, thinking that everybody cares about your acne, thinking about what people think about what people are saying about you. That's how I was living. So I knew I had to make a change. I knew I had to take the next step in my journey, so that's what I did. It first started off with reframing and rebuilding my life through systems that I built on my own trials and tribulations every single day. So I'm going to be telling you guys how I truly changed my life. And it started with mentors, it started with coaches. I started watching self-improvement videos just like this to change my life. That's why I love being an influencer and influencing people. Because if I never started watching an influencer that changed my life, I would never be here in the position that I'm in. I wouldn't be making content. I would be stuck, depressed, working a shit job, acne, skinny. I would have stayed there. So I had to break the chains and level up. As you can see, the person on the left is not who I am today. The person on the right is the Big Ten, the top dog, the top G. Do you want to feel like that? Do you want to feel like that? Then you got to make a change and change up your life. Let's go. So you got to be following these steps. I'm going to outline the process A to Z so you can truly transform your life in this video. I'm giving you guys free game. I want you guys to level up. I don't want you guys depressed and feeling like shit your whole life. So we got to reframe your life, recreate yourself, and become the ultimate 10 version of yourself. As of right now, look yourself in the mirror. Are you a 4? Do you look like shit? Are you skinny? Do you have acne? Are you working a shit 9 to 5 job? Are you fat? That means you're a 4. The top dog alpha 10 version of yourself is jacked, eating clean, feeling 100%, so we got to make a change. Hey, reframing, phase 1, we got to create the foundation, the base. Phase 2, we're going to create permanency through consistency. Phase 3, we're going to create a lifestyle that's perfectly meant for you through habits that will change your identity and change who you are. So if you're ready for change and you're ready for the next step, let's get straight into it. Hey, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Each phase is going to help you grow your physical, your mental, your spiritual, and your financial phase. It says simple. So if you pay close attention, you're going to change your life in this video. Get a pen and a paper, please. Come on now. Okay, phase 1, we have to introduce new emotions and new habits. On the left side, I was working a shit job, I was feeling like shit, playing video games, eating like shit, looking like shit, skinny as shit, felt depressed, anxiety, everything. It's that simple. And then on the right, I'm starting to eat clean, introducing eggs into my diet, tuna into my diet, starting to hit the gym, slowly but surely getting into the gym. You got to recreate the foundations. Foundations can be simple as implementing new foods, starting to work out. It's going to be difficult and it's going to take time, but you will get there if you slowly start building your foundation, building these good routines. That's what's going to sustain you in the long run. Hey, introducing the new habits can be meditation, gratitude, meal prepping, thinking ahead of time, and getting direction and not being distracted by vices. If you're done being distracted, if you're done being lost, this dude up here looks lost. Look at him. Are you done being lost? Do you want to feel like the ultimate 10 version of yourself? Going on a hike with your shirt off, with your testosterone through the roof, with your muscle mass 10x'd. Do you want that? Well, let's go do it. Okay. Phase 2, we got to create permanency through consistency and truly elevating yourself. Are you truly ready to become the ultimate 10 version of yourself? Hey, creating permanency is going to take time. It's going to take self-development. It's going to take going into your shadow consciousness, truly tapping into who you are. And you're going to have to focus on the progress. Don't be focusing on perfection. Me making this video, I'm out of the flow state. I'm not focused on making it perfect. I'm talking about who I am, and that's who I'm trying to reach out to. It's that simple. So I started slowly implementing routines to help me out. I started eating a little cleaner. As you can see, I'm hitting the gym. I'm starting to stay more consistent. I'm getting the meals down. I'm doing my research on what's the best meals to eat to double my testosterone. I slowly start breaking old cycles and building new patterns and building new beliefs. Hey, now we got to reframe it. Now you got to get a clear vision on where you want to go. The vision always starts in the head. In this moment in my life, as you can see, I look depressed. In this moment, I was thinking about the top 10 version of myself. Thinking about what I could do. Thinking about who I could become. But I had no steps. I had no actions. I didn't have a leader in my life yet. I was feeling lost. I felt like I wasn't truly reaching the full potential. And the main thing you got to stop doing is comparing yourself to others. Your purpose and your dream is not the same as a person next to you. You are here for a different reason, And the place you're in right now is never too late for a change. Phase 3, we're going to create the life and habits that you want for your new identity. I slowly started eating healthier. I slowly started recreating that identity of who I wanted to be. I wanted to be the best version of myself. I wanted to become the ultimate 10 version of myself. So what does that look like? I have to envision it. Rebuilding the ultimate 10, it starts with actions. It starts with intentions. It starts with a desire to become the ultimate 10. Why do you want to become the ultimate 10? Do you feel like shit? Do you look like shit? Is your life going downhill every single day? Well, that's a step. That is a vision. That is a need in your life to become an ultimate 10. You have to embrace the characteristics of becoming an ultimate 10. What does a 10 do? Work out, eat clean, not focused on girls, writing down your goals, constantly staying consistent. That's what it takes to become the ultimate 10. Every single day, you have to build the foundation of you waking up as a 4 and going to sleep as a 10 because you put the work in and you put the dedication. This is why I love becoming the ultimate 10 every day. Every day you go to sleep, you sleep like a 10. You feel like a king. That is what we want. As you can see, I'm outside on the beach with my abs out. My confidence is high. I'm walking around with confidence. I'm walking around with a six-pack. But a year ago, I would not be doing this. A year ago, I'd probably be working my shit job. I would be locked in a cage. I would be overthinking my life, thinking that I'm stuck. It's because I never took action. I never thought about the ultimate 10. I never thought about what I could become. It's that simple. Now you got to slowly start rebuilding. You know, you have to be focused on what you got to get done. You got to be bold and step into the character. I'm stepping into the ultimate 10. I'm being bold in the grocery store, making content. I'm standing out. I'm not sticking in. As an ultimate 10, we're never meant to stick in. We're always meant to stand out and be different. You're meant to stand out as a human being, especially if you're watching this video. You are here and you're different. It's that simple, you know. And remember, growth is not the destination. You know, as you can see, I've been traveling the world, but that is not the end destination. You know, we're here for a purpose, and the purpose is always going on. Every day you wake up, you got to become the 10. Every day you show up as your best self. You know, to summarize all this, at 410 Academy, we don't just train your body. We don't just sharpen your mind. We don't just build confidence, but we're truly going to change your life by finding your purpose and finding your mission. You know, I'm not here to just hold your hand to do a workout plan. I'm here to truly tap into your lifestyle, to build your workout routines, to build scheduled plans for you, custom for your goals and custom for who you are. You know, if you feel like you're stuck and you want more, and you feel like you don't know where to start, and you feel like you've been stuck in a box, this is why I built the blueprint for you guys. And I hope you took notes this video. Because as you can see on the left side, I was a 4. As you can see, I was depressed. I had acne. I looked like shit. I felt like shit. You know, I had no purpose in my life, no vision. Now on the right side, I'm becoming the ultimate 10 version of myself. My skin is clear. I'm jacked. I'm eating clean. My lifestyle is on point. I'm making money. I'm truly helping people evolve their consciousness. I'm an influencer. I would never expect myself 2 years ago, 3 years ago, to be in the position I'm in. But I put myself here by building myself up. And it all started with a goal and a mission and a vision. So if you're trying to open up your vision and find a community and to level yourself up, this is how I'm going to help you out. You know, what is holding you back? You know, I'm not trying to give you a random workout routine or a diet. You know, all you need is a system that works for you and a brotherhood like 410 Academy that's going to truly build your life and build who you are. If you're ready to become the ultimate 10 version of yourself, and you're ready to sacrifice time, you're ready to sacrifice your old friends, and you're ready to sacrifice that old food that you used to eat, and you're trying to be around like-minded men, trying to become the ultimate 10, trying to evolve your mindset, trying to grow to the best version of yourself, the ultimate 10, then 410 Academy is definitely for you. So we can book a one-on-one call if you're ready for the next step in your journey, if you're ready to level up. You know, if you're lost in life, if you're truly stuck and you're ready to level up, and you know, you're making time for yourself, you know, you may be in the position of working a shit job. You know, you may be in the position of trying to get financial freedom. That's what I do in 410 Academy. I build systems and routine that are built for each and every one of my clients. My guy Adam right here, first week in 410 Academy, he lost 4 pounds first week because I built a custom system for him with his meal plans, his workout plans, you know, and soon we're getting on his morning routines. You know, I'm helping him start to post content. I'm tapping in to his mindset and changing it to the ultimate 10. You know, do you want a strong mindset? Do you want to build strong beliefs? This is where it starts, with a coach and your vision. As you can see, I have Rocky right here. He has big goals. He has big desires. You know, he's trying to stay focused. He may be struggling with weed, but he's still trying to lock in on the vision. He's still trying to push forward even though the devil is telling him he can't, because he has a coach to give him the vision so he can rebuild his life and slowly start implementing the new habits and new direction into his life. As you can see to the right of him, we got Jalen. You know, I'm holding him accountable. You know, he's busy with work. He's busy with his schedule. So I built a custom schedule for him so he can lock in on his goals, so he can become the ultimate 10 version of himself. You know, sometimes I have my clients fall short, but we all fall short in life. That's why I'm here to pick you up, to lead you in the right direction, to get you back on track. Because if you keep self-sabotaging your life, you're never going to get nowhere. You're never going to change your life. And then my guy Eli down here, you know, His self-confidence is not the best, but we're working on it every single day. I'm helping him start to create more talking videos in my group chat, in 410 Academy, because we have a group, we have a community of men trying to become the ultimate 10, trying to be a leader, trying to gather themselves and find themselves so they can truly prosper in life and truly build a family, build a foundation for success for the future and for right now. Are you trying to build that life? Do you want to have financial freedom? Do you want to become the ultimate 10 version of yourself and walk around with confidence and feel like your true self? Today is the day. Link down below, book a one-on-one call with me if you're truly ready to take the next step and to level up to the ultimate 10 version of yourself. I love you guys. Hopefully you guys took this story and you guys could put it in your head and, truly relate to me and truly find where I came from. I was always the little guy. I was always low confidence, and I had to make a change in my life. I had to change something up. And hopefully this video will change your life for the better, because that's all I'm here for, is to help you out and to elevate you every day. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I love all the support. We're going to keep going. Ultimate 10, Big 10 is out. Let's go. Ooh, ooh. Come on now.